NFL West, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick, and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Working out of the gun, Franks. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A first down throw. Here's Franks. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Setting up play action. Franks. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second and 8 coming up. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Franks now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Frank's looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Franks. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Franks. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the gun, Franks. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
To throw again is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Here's Wilson. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Zerline's kick is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right. right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
Well, the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hunt will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Franks.
Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Franks now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, Franks again. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now it's second down throw. Here's Franks throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Seattle. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return is Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The Franks looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Hines. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts,
81 yards.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 40, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Franks.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Now Franks. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Operating from the gun. Franks going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wilson wants to throw it. Touchdown! Gerald Everett with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Hines. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need...
They've got his man complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf. 74 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
They go play action with Franks. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Lockett. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 40. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program.
the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. On first down, here's Mond. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watch the screen. Check 55 to Mond. Check 55.
They go play action here. Mond.
Eluding the pressure
Right back to Pitts again.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down.
Mond. This one left side caught by Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Here's Mond. He's got this one completed to Mims.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 39,
Mond.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
No score after one on EA Sports. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Mon now off of play action. That is caught by Mims.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
You got three down. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Rip left.
Now Mond on the bootleg.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off the play fake, Mond.
Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
Flush to his right. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mond going to throw it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Denzel Mims.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Joe Judge has made his verdict. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and make...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
That's the rookie first-rounder, Jalen Phillips, who works in to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, They've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because...
They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the end.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
After the sack on first down, Mond. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Now Mond.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Raheem Mostert.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mond looks to throw.
Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And got his man complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Henry Ruggs.
38 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Raiders 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mond. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mond, he'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown Raiders.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Rodgers on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devin Bush, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They go play action here. Mond under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They run with Mostert off the option. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 22, Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Push him back. Push him back. 26.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there for the Giants. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. Here's Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So
On the clock now, it's the Buccaneers. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. The Cardinals on the clock now. What direction will they go? Now the Dolphins are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The 49ers now on the clock. The Black Knights are now on the clock. All right, next up, the Bucs are on the clock. All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock. Okay, it's the Bills now on the clock. Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock. The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. The 49ers on the clock now. What direction will they go? Now the Seahawks are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? Now on the clock, the Monarchs. The Colts are now on the clock. The Cowboys now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Texans, and time is ticking. On the clock now, it's the Rams, and time is ticking. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. The Steelers are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. The Giants are on the clock now. The Jaguars are now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. Okay, the Giants up now. They're on the clock. Okay, here we go. The 49ers now on the clock. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now. Okay, here we go. Washington now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock. The Beats are now on the clock. The Panthers now on the clock. Okay, it's the Bucks now on the clock. Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up. On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. Okay, the Ravens are on the clock now. The Black Knights are now on the clock. The Jets now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Chargers, and time is ticking. The Bills are now on the clock. And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. All right, it's now the 49ers' turn. They're up. Okay, next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock. The Colts now on the clock. Let's see what they do. It's the Cowboys now on the clock. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Texans are now on the clock. And the Rams now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. It's the Bills now on the clock. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. On the clock now, the Ravens. The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in. The Bears are now on the clock. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? It's the Lions now on the clock. On the clock now, the Chiefs. Washington is now on the clock. The Raiders on the clock now. What direction will they go? All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Patriots. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Beats are now on the clock. The 49ers now on the clock. The Black Knights are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock. And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Diablos are on the clock. All right, the Seahawks are now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Monarchs. All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go? All right, now on the clock, the Texans. All right, now on the clock, the Rams. The Falcons are now on the clock. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Ravens are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock. All right, the Bears are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Giants, and time is ticking. On the clock now, the Bears. All right, the Chiefs are now on the clock. And now we turn to the WFT. It's their selection. The Dolphins now on the clock. Antonio Gates did not play a single snap of college football.